All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Let's see. Let me share my screen real quick. We want it all shared, right? Yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into a draft real quick. My exposures are back, 120, almost 120 drafts in. A couple more to go. Roma Dunze looks like he's about even with the field, which looks nice. Jaden Daniels at 17%. James Conner falling a little bit, 16%. Need more James Conner. Kyler at 14%, like that. What do I have Puka at? Now with the news, Puka at 13%. Cup at 9%. Probably need more Cup. Tebow is a reacher that I'm going to start grabbing. Feel bad that I'm not grabbing him so often. I thought he was going to be the main one hurt. CMC. Christian McCaffrey at 7%, not too bad. Christian Kirk is a guy that I like seeing falling. That maybe I want to pick up, maybe go up to 5% on him. But we are getting straight into a draft right now, or we're gonna check. We're gonna check these slows that I have going. I have a marathon going. I have 3 marathons going. One just closed. I can show you guys that team. It was from the 12 hole. We went with a 3-6-7-2 build. Kyler Murray, Deshaun Watson, Aaron Jones. You guys know how I feel about the Deshaun Watson and Aaron Jones takes. If those two guys, Aaron Rodgers takes, if those two guys are healthy, and especially in the marathon, I do not like overlapping bye weeks. So if those two guys are healthy, Rodgers may be slinging the ball around more than we think, and Deshaun running the ball or being really good in that pass game. I got Kyler Murray also, Devin A. Chain as my anchor RB with Chase Brown, Javonte Williams, wanting more Javonte Williams. The community, for some reason, likes Javonte. I don't think, like I said before in other videos, I don't think the Broncos are going to be in such a great offense that we need Javonte Williams points, but they could be in the middle of a pack. So that may be a reason why I'm getting more Javonte Williams. Braylon Allen is another backup that is going probably to get a lot of touches. He stacks up with my Aaron Rodgers builds. Tyrone Tracy, another backup that should be getting lots of touches. I do have lots of Devin Singletary, I believe. Let's see, Singletary, 10% of Singletary, whereas Tracy, I have just a share, most likely. And Deneric Prince, another back that has starting to get some steam. So whenever you can get him, the 18th is always good. 17th, 18th, I think I got him. Yeah, and the 18th. So I really went super heavy Wide receiver, I kind of fell back. Don't like all the wide receivers I grabbed. I should have held on to the A chain. I should have skipped the A chain. Rogers, A chain Wilson at the 1-2 turn. But I think that's just getting a little bit unique. Maybe in a slow puppy, I should have done that as opposed to a marathon. But I think Achan will be in a really good passing offense. He's going to get a lot of that passing down volume where he should pay off that ADP in the marathon. You just need in a marathon. What I'm thinking is just enough points for you to stay in the middle of the pack. And then once teams slowly start to exit, you want to slowly start getting better. So you want rookies at the end of rounds, maybe a little bit later on, where people are afraid to grab rookies. Grab rookies as your fourth, fifth, and sixth back, like I did, or grab veterans as wide receivers and grab rookies to be that third or fourth wide receiver. I count Josh Downs as a veteran. He's been playing only 1 year, but he had a proven record from last year. And Deontay Johnson should be playing pretty well as well. For Ladd McConkey to maybe not hit so much steam in the first half of the season, but maybe later on. And then Malachi Corley, he correlates with the Aaron Rodgers stack. But to the wide receivers, Garrett Wilson, Amari Cooper, Ladd McConkey. Garrett Wilson is a wide receiver that should see lots of volume from Rodgers. Amari, maybe 10 to 12 targets a game, maybe 115 yards a game, and maybe a touchdown a game. Amari Cooper is a wide receiver that is kind of quarterback proof. If Deshaun Watson is really good, he will feed Amari Cooper the ball. You will see that he is open. Ladd McConkey, he's just the wide receiver one in that offense. Deontay Johnson, also same deal. Jameson Williams, he's a deep threat. I don't have him until the fifth wide receiver. Having Jameson as a fifth wide receiver and Josh Downs as the sixth is real nice because Jameson will probably be my sixth wide receiver. Deep threat guy, give me a couple spike weeks. He's the play that I want to start diversifying. This video is called Diversifying. He's going to be my diversification piece of offense that's supposed to be relatively good. And if this pass volume is better than we expect, I don't believe that the Lions defense is going to be as good as people are giving them credit for. They did get better in the draft for their defense, but I think their offense is going to be really good, pushing the ball down the field in that Ben Johnson offense. And then Malachi Corley is just another jet I stacked on there. And then my two reliable tight ends, Trey McBride and Pat Freiermuth. I've been getting a lot of Pat Freiermuth. I want to see my exposure to him. Fryer, 14% of Freiermuth. He's just in an offense that passes to the tight end. However, if Ayuk for some reason gets dealt to Freiermuth, I think those shares of mine are going to be hurt. I don't have a lot of Pickens, 11%. That's a decent amount, I think. I just think he's pretty good, but my Ayuk shares are about there as well, 10%. And then I do think I have a lot of Jaden A lot of Warren, Jalen Warren, 12%. Okay, and Harris, I think I have less than that. Harris, I only have 4%. So I'm thinking they're going to be down a lot the Steelers are going to be down a lot in their games, and Jalen Warren is going to get lots of catches from the backfield, or he's just going to be the better running back. Now, a point on the Steelers I want to make right now is I think Arthur Smith didn't hurt Bijan, but I think he played the running backs like they should have been played. When I was looking at the stats of Tyler Algier, a running back that I haven't been grabbing too often, he got, I think, let's see, Tyler Algier stats. So he got 4.9 yards per attempt on 210 carries for 1,000 yards. In his rookie year, as opposed to Bijan Robinson on 214 rushes, he got 976 yards for 4.6 yards per attempt. Maybe it's because it can be because he's a rookie Bijan, but I think those two running backs are closer than we give them credit for. And I think now that I see this, I'm probably going to be fading Bijan just a little bit more. I've grabbed Bijan a heck of a lot. I just think that offense is going to be faster pace with Christian Kirk than the Breeze Hall offense. But Breeze, I want to probably grab more. Gibbs is another running back that I kind of don't grab at the end, but I do like pulling him to the middle. I am seeing him now dropping to the middle rounds, so that makes me a little bit happier in the middle of the second. Let's see, Gibbs, 6%. Devin Achan, got 4% of Achan, not great. I do click Kyron though. But on the Steelers, like I was saying, I think if we grab Warren and make the bet that these running backs, Warren is supremely better than Najee. I don't think that's a great bet like I'm making, but I think that Arthur Smith will play the better running back a little bit more than we expect. So if Jalen Warren is the guy out of the gate, if he's super good as opposed to Najee Harris, and if he's just he could be just the third down back. Jalen Warren could be the first and second down back, explosive runner. I just think Arthur Smith will play these guys correctly, which is why I probably need to grab more Najee. Najee does go higher at ADP. I think Najee, where does he go? Najee. He goes at 83, and Warren goes at 86. So not too bad of a difference, which I like them being pretty close. So you can pick between the two. Zach Moss is probably another guy that I need to start grabbing. He got declared as the first running back. And then Kenneth Walker, he's getting a lot of steam. He's climbing up the boards. I have 12%, would like probably 15% then. They have the Seahawks, my team. We just grabbed a center. He's better at the run game, which hints to me that the run game is going to be something that's leaned into a little bit more than I expected. That run game in Seattle will most likely be the splits between run and pass will most likely be a 60s to 65, 40 for 35 split in terms of run and pass. 15% of that will go to DK Metcalf. Another 20%, 15% will go to DK. Probably another 10, maybe 7.5 will go to JSN, and Tyler Lockett will get the other half of that 7.5. Jake Bobo is getting a lot of steam in Seattle training camp, which makes me nervous for my Tyler Lockett shares. Maybe I want like 2% Bobo. I think he's an interesting pick. He could possibly get you a couple touchdowns at the end of the season. Right now, there is a Pomeranian Superflex and a Poodle out right now. I love these Superflexes. I haven't been playing too much of them. $3 buy-in. I might max this. This one, $70. And we got the Poodle is 70. Would be $70 at the end. And the Superflex would be $150. I'm probably going to get into a Pomeranian right now. What's the pay structure, though? I kind of never see the pay structure. Let's see, underdog. See if I can see this pay structure in the Pomeranian. So it's 1 out of 6, 1 out of 5, 1 out of 10. So that week 16 is pretty big. And then it's a 248 seat final. Pay structure we have at 20K to first, 10K to second, 8K to third. It's not super heavy on the pay structure for first, which makes me think that maybe I will only do half or less than half. I might run a couple of slows in that one. I'm really getting into these slow drafts for some reason. And then the Poodle, we have 1 out of 12, 1 out of 6, 1 out of 4.5, so about 5, and 2 out of 20. The 1 out of 12 is kind of difficult, to be honest. So you have to build your best team. I like this structure most, the round advancement most, and then the pay structure, 40K to first. I like that a heck of a lot more. And a lot less of a field. The super flex. I want to see what I was getting in the super flex. I think I was getting a lot of Jalen Hurts. I got Richardson. Let's see, Hurts, Richardson. So you have a lot of Richardson in the super flex. Hurts again. And then I had one Patrick Mahomes. I'm thinking now we're just going to get into a super flex. And we're probably going to lean on the elite quarterback. I do think Joe Burrow and CJ Stroud are two quarterbacks that could hit a lot of yards this year. I am at the 10 hole. This might be a Joe Burrow click with Jamar. Could also be not too sure. A Kyler move would be interesting as well. Jaden Daniels. A Joe Burrow, Jaden Daniels move would be pretty nice here. I think I want to be smart. Allen goes 1, as he should. I think in these super flexes, Josh Allen is a tier ahead of Lamar and Hurts. He's a better passer. He's a better runner. He's just more of an aggressive quarterback. Patrick Mahomes, I don't think he should go ahead of Lamar. But this year maybe because he could be passing a lot more. Now I'm thinking Anthony Richardson, CJ Stroud will go off pretty soon. Burrow might even not get to me. Kyler might not get to me either. If those two guys don't get to me, I probably will go Jaden Daniels. CMC goes at 5, so he's the first guy still being chosen as the 101, you could say. That is not a quarterback. CeeDee Lamb will probably be pretty soon. If CeeDee Lamb falls to me at pick 15, I'll pick him up, but not at pick 10. Super flex, you can tell these quarterbacks are going early. Kyler goes. Burrow go. I'm probably leaning more towards Burrow. So CD goes in front of me. I'm going to grab Burrow. Hope he has the year I am expecting him to have. 4,500 yards and a buttload of touchdowns. Probably about 40 touchdowns. Jordan Love goes. Jamar Chase goes. Interesting with Love. Very interesting pick there. Jefferson goes also. That would have been a play. I have Jaden Daniels. There's not another wide receiver I super in love with. I'm going Jaden Daniels. I'm going to lock up rushing and passing volume in this super flex. My first super flex of the day. In this super flex, I'm really thinking of elite tight end to push it. So I'll probably grab Jake Ferguson later on. Or George Kittle, especially with the rumors that are going on. He probably won't get as steamed up as we think. And George Kittle is another tight end that I want to be grabbing a lot more of, especially before the rumor of Brandon Ayuk getting dealt. So Kittle at almost 10%. I would like Kittle to be at about 13-14% of my exposures. I do want to see my tight ends real quick. Trey McBride at 20%. I really like that. Jatavion Sanders, Noah Fant, Brock Bowers, Tyler Conklin, Sam Laporta, Pat Fryermuth, Isaiah Likely, Mark Andrews, Luke Musgrave, Jake Ferguson. Probably would want Kittle higher, Kincaid probably higher, Kelsey really probably higher. That's really it. We got the 2-3 turn now. The 2-hole got Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown, something you don't want to see too often. Someone should be picking up Jared Goff pretty soon, I'm thinking, this 4-hole. So we have 3 running backs off the board, 2, 4, 5, 6. 2 running backs off the board, so it's pretty standard. The same Elite 12 or off that would go in a regular draft. Heavy quarterbacks. I'm not looking to go quarterback until maybe later in the rounds, maybe a Bryce Young later on, or even like our Raiders quarterback. Jared Goff goes to the Amon-Ra guy. This guy at the 5-hole is really pushing quarterback, but with 2 running backs, not great. This guy on the 7-hole is going off passing volume. The 1-hole looks pretty nice. I like what number 6 did. He grabbed all the rushing yards in Indiana, in Indianapolis. Marvin Harrison goes, pick 31. Tua goes. Achan goes. I'm going to grab Nico. Nico is the clear pick for me. In the 2nd round. With the Debo steam. Could be a Debo pick. Devontae Adams is a pick also. Kyron could be a play. Also, probably grab Walker later on. I can play Adams or Debo. I probably should play Adams. Adams correlates. Gonna play Adams on this one. I don't like the Adams click this year. I think he might fall off. Quarterbacks aren't great. Offense isn't either. Going to be a slow-paced team. Now he has extra competition in Brock Bowers. Cooper Kupp, if he makes it back to me. DJ Moore is interesting. I like Pittman. Terry. Kyron goes. Kels goes. Probably throw on Walker. Throw on James Cook. Like said, I wanted George Kittle. Baker and Rodgers go. I like what the two holes doing. I think Baker could throw a lot this year. The one hole also is looking great. Got 3 elite wide receivers. DK as a 3 is really nice. I didn't think the 2-hole needed that. Will Levis at 50. I think he could have used another player, especially with Jalen Hurts. Geno goes. It's pretty nice of Geno to go in the 5th. I think he's a 4th rounder in this contest. Neighbors goes. I would have liked Neighbors. Cup goes also. Would have liked Cup there. Mike Cooper's a play. Amari Cooper is definitely a play here. I might just lock up the 2 players that correlate with my quarterback. Got T. Higgins and Terry McLaurin. If I can't go Terry, probably go Amari Cooper. Like Amari Cooper, I already have a week 10 bye. Already have a week 14 bye too. I'm going to click Terry McLaurin. I like Scary Terry this year. Want a lot more of him. Now that Brandon Ayuk most likely won't go to the Commanders, that is a great pick in the 4th, regular 4th, and in the 6th now. Deshaun Watson doesn't go with the Amari Cooper. Bryce Young goes to the Kyler Tua team. It's a good pick. Like what I'm sitting at right now. 2 great quarterbacks. Could have really good seasons. Nico Adams, Terry. I think the next play, if Amari Cooper is there, I'll take Amari. This is such a good format, though. Walker goes before Mark Andrews, which is interesting. Andrews now goes. Bet you that Lamar guy was pissed. He had Sam Laporta, though. Don't know why he went Sam Laporta over Lamar. Right now, I'm liking what I have on my team. JJ McCarthy could be a play also. He's falling. His ADP is at Kittle goes. That hurts. This might be a Bowers click. I like the Ferguson play. It's Amari or Ferguson or Bowers. Amari as the fifth wide receiver is very nice here. Very nice. Hopefully I can get one of these two tight ends. Evan Ingram isn't horrible. One of these three tight ends. I don't love Ingram. I have Adams, so I don't love Bowers. I like McCarthy. He's really looking good in camp now. That's news that I like to see. I get to choose the tight end that I want. I'll probably go for the 2 in Dallas or the 2 in New Orleans. They will bounce off each other. Now I have a lot of week 10 buys. Now I can play Adams as the fourth wide receiver. I can have Joe Bowers there. I'm surprised the Dak Prescott team did not go with Jake Ferguson, which is very interesting. JJ McCarthy will probably be the play I end up going with. Probably go Aaron Jones, JJ McCarthy, or Jordan Addison, JJ McCarthy. Right now, Najee is looking good. Jonathan Brooks is looking good. Ooh, Aaron Jones way down here is looking good as my first running back. I mean, James Conner, excuse me. Right now, I'm pretty excited about my wide receiver room. Looking a little old. I might need a new young up and comers. Probably throw Josh Downs on this team later on. I think James Conner is the first pick, or Aaron Jones. McCarthy is there still. I think McCarthy, I think I've said it here on the channel. Jones goes, so McCarthy. McCarthy still can go with McCarthy. With Addison. Don't like it as much, but I do like it. Addison goes at 110, so he might be off before. So I can grab Evan Ingram here. That's another play that's kind of interesting. There's just a lot of upside plays here. Connor goes. Really wanted Connor. This is a 25, 6, 8. Najee goes as well. Do I say the Raiders' offense is better than we think? Evan Ingram, I can stop at tight end. Don't really like that move. I want Jonathan Brooks. Think he's an upside play. I'm going to grab Jonathan Brooks. Zach Moss still there. Chase Brown later on.